Visit ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Finally, Lost Thunder set is released, and this is the first deck that I'm gonna publish on my channel. For many of them, it's a Lost March deck with plenty of disruption for our opponent GX decks. Many of GX decks are gonna have probably head edge playing versus this deck because Jumpluff is a one price attacker for one energy card. The same thing should be applied for the Natu. Natu can also hit for the weakness as well as the Jumpluff. So those powerful decks that was good before this set, for example, Boswell Lycanroc, are gonna be melted by the power of Natu and the Jumpluff. This is pretty much the identical concept to the Night March. Works a little bit different than the Night March. Night March was much faster and better, but this is also good in the current meta. We have 4 Hoppips and 4 Skiplooms and 4 Jumpluffs. Jumpluff is our attacker as well as the Natu, so these two guys are going to be our attackers. Speaking about Skiploom, when you play Skiploom from your hand once per turn, it doesn't matter when, you can use that Flora Pet of the Sky ability, which says that once during your turn before you attack, you might search your deck for the Jumpluff, put the Jumpluff on the Skiploom, and then you need to put all cards attached to that Skiploom to your lost zone. So you need to be careful by attaching energy cards, because if you attach energy to Skiploom and if you decide to search your deck for the Jumpluff, you're going to be forced to unfortunately discard energy cards, which is pretty bad. So yeah, that's the bad thing. By discarding Night Marches in your discard pile, you're going to increase damage for 20. So for each Pokemon with in your low zone, it doesn't need to be a Lost March. You're going to have 20 damage attack increased. So we have 4 Hoppips, 4 Skiplooms, and 4 Jumpluffs, 4 Natus, and also 4 copies of Trumbeak, which says that with Mountain Pass, once during a turn, if this Pokemon is in your hand, you can basically reveal it, and if you do, you can look at your opponent top deck card, and if this card is support a card, you can just put it in the lost zone, which is also pretty cool. And then you need to discard your Trumbeak in your lost zone, so that's also a good way to get extra damage in a lost zone. And I decided to go with 1 copy of Oranguru. To be honest, maybe even adding second Oranguru wouldn't be that bad as well. So moving on to the item cards, we're going to find 2 copies of Lost Blender. So Lost Blender is also a very interesting card. It's a card that allows us to discard 2 cards from our hand in the lost zone. If we cannot do that, we cannot basically play this card. If we do that, we can simply draw a card. So also Lost Blender can help us to throw out some of the Pokemons from our hand into the lost zone. And then this deck also contains 4 copies of Netball, which says that you can search a deck for a basic grass energy or basic Pokemon, which is a grass Pokemon, and put it in your hand. So this is a good way to go for the Hoppip search and setup, or maybe for energy, depend on what we're going to need at a specific moment. There's also 4 copies of Ultra Ball and 1 copy of Rescue Stretcher for the Pokemon Recycle. From supporter cards, I decided to go with supporters, 4 copies of Cynthia. Then I also have 2 copies of Lillie and 2 copies of Tate Liza. Tate Liza can also help us in some cases to maybe retreat Oranguru if we're stuck with him in the active spot. 3 copies of Guzma, and also 4 copies of Professor Elm Lecture that can help us basically to search our deck for 3 Hoppips or 3 Skiplooms or any combination of 3 of them in total. So that's a very nice card for this deck it fit perfectly inside. Then in addition to that, I'm also running 3 copies of Choice Band and 8 energies in total. If you wonder why Super Boost Energy is here mainly to counter Shackle GX. And the only way to counter Shackle GX is if you have 3 energies attached, then you can simply attack. But without Super Boost Energy, you can't attack Shackle. But in order to use Super Boost Energy, you still need to have 3 Jumpluffs in play anyway. So 4 copies of double cores and 3 copies of double cores and 4 copies of grass energies, and that's the deck list that I'm going to use in today's video. And this is also my version of the Lost March deck as well. So make sure to hit thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos if you like this video. If you don't like, well, you should probably stop watching the rest of the video. So see you in the game. Alright, so looking forward to play one quick game with Lost March today. So decided to build this deck without a single GX Pokemon, which means I'm not running a Tapu Lele, just one Oranguru. But to be honest, it's not even bad to think about playing 2 of them. So considering 2 Orangurus is also very good idea. When the Night March was released, that deck was not too much popular, and it was not expensive. Unfortunately, Jumpluff cost tons of money on the pre-release. Also, Professor's Elm cost roughly around $5 a piece as well, so those cards are quite expensive in my opinion compared to good old Night March. I mean, I remember when the Night March cards was released, all of the Night Marchers, Joltik, Lampent, and Pokémon BUS was like a quarter of $1, and the Battle Compressor the same thing, you know. Later, Battle Compressor was like $7-8 a piece, but Night Marches was still, you know, worthless. They didn't cost a lot. Alright, so we see one Rainbow Ultra Necrozma on our opponent bench and double Course Energy top deck, so I guess I can go with one Ultra Ball here for something like a Hoppip. Do I have Rescue Stretcher? Yes. Okay, that's all I need to know. And Cynthia. Alright, 2 more Hoppips, which is not bad at all. And I can Lost March for nothing, unfortunately. But a good thing is that for the next turn I'm going to have Professor's Elm, meaning that I can search my deck for another Natu, 2 more Skiplooms, and theoretically I can have plenty of Pokemons available in play. So there is also first Melamar for my opponent, and Altar of the Moon, meaning that with energy attached to Oranguru, my opponent can have that retreat. Copycat played. Alright. And Cynthia. Okay, so he actually interesting. He decided not to instruct before that Cynthia. Maybe that was, yeah, probably in a real life you would just consider doing that, but playing on online you often do mistakes like that, so it's not something new. Okay, so there's a Downwing Necrozma that has a weakness on the darkness, unfortunately, and also Deoxys with oh, what the heck is this? So probably they decided to take this Deoxys that can hit for 40 with 1 energy and basically take knockout versus that Natu, because he also had a weakness on the Psychics, so pretty nice there as well. So we might see this Deoxys increasing in price in theory, but maybe not. So I lost 2 energies and I didn't even had a chance to attack, and I just made a bad decision here with Natu promotion in the active position. Yeah, it really is a bad idea to do that. Anyways, I have Tate Liza, meaning that I can switch if I want. But what after that? That's a good question. So I think I'm probably just gonna go with my Professor Zelm here. And I'm going to grab a couple more Skiplooms and also Hoppip. So it's not even bad actually at the end to consider doing something like this, or in translation letting my opponent to get knocked against another Natu, because sooner or later my opponent will try to use Moon Eclipse GX, and since I'm still just trading a price for 2 price cards, it's not a big deal. The truth is, I could have definitely knocked out this turn, I think, if I didn't put Natu in the active spot. Yeah, 120 damage that would be in total. But it's okay. I was too hyped, so that's the reason why I decided to promote Natu. I completely forget about free retreat on the Jumpluff and Skiploom. So there we go with a Cynthia play on the other side of the field, meaning that the Guzma this turn won't be played anyways. Alright, 1 energy attached to the Necrozma. And obviously that's going to be a knockout. If I can potentially top deck Guzma, in that case I can just go for the knockout versus Melamar, which we'll see if that is possible. Another Skiploom, but last Jumpluff unfortunately is in my prize cards. So I'm going to shuffle my hand into my deck. Importer, Natu, Ultra Ball. So Ultra Ball not bad for Oranguru, but I don't think I'm gonna need Oranguru yet. So I'm just gonna go with Lost March for now, hitting my opponent for 120. Alright. So I managed to hit for like 120. My opponent still have one less price card than me. That's a good thing, because he still cannot use that Moon Eclipse GX. That Moon Eclipse GX theoretically can save him a turn, especially if I don't have Guzma, meaning that he can grab extra price. There's a choice band as well, but it doesn't mean too much. Next turn, I'm playing my Trumbeak from the hand to get another Pokemon in the lost zone. So that's gonna be 7. That's 140 plus choice band. It's 170. So still I'm gonna be short for like 10. I guess I can grab another one with the Ultra Ball, but obviously I'm gonna go with Ultra Ball play for something like Oranguru, because I really need that extra draw support. And after that I'm also gonna have import Lost Blender for that extra draw card. So I think in theory I can be fine. Okay, I don't like the fact that he have another Deoxys here, especially if he can get Guzma on him. He decided to invade and hit me for 120 with Downwing Necrozma, meaning that next turn I'm taking 2 prize cards, probably. Maybe not. We shall see. I still need that grass or double colorless energy anyways. Tate Liza, nice. So I'm definitely gonna go with my Guzma, nice. So I'm definitely going with a Ultra Ball there for another. Let's go for Oranguru. Let's not be too greedy with another Trumbeak first need to get that energy. Okay, energy is here, so I'm fine. Alright, let's see. Malamar is a top deck. Nothing too special. Super boost energy. Tate Liza, so I can shuffle my hand and grab 5 cards. I'm searching for the rescue stretcher if it's possible. Unfortunately, it's not. So I'm throwing out a couple more Trumbeaks. I really don't need them. Just to be 100% positive that I'm going to have more than enough for the knockout, even without choice band. That's a 230. I'm searching for a DCE or just a regular energy. I couldn't get any of them, so I have choice band for next turn and Lillie for extra draw support. But so far, I think that's pretty much it. I don't see how my opponent can actually get back in this game, especially if I can top deck energy card. Big problem for him is the fact that this Deoxys cannot do too many damage. And on the other side, if he decides to attack with that Necrozma, he's going to go down to 2 price cards, but after that I can easily go to take another 2 price cards. Energies are a big problem here, so I need that grass energy or double course energy. Any kind of them will help. Okay, so let's see. Energy for Oranguru, that's interesting. So he might just decide to knock me out with Oranguru. We shall see. He can definitely do that. If he decides to knock me out with Oranguru, that's going to be a problem for me here. But if I can top deck energy card, it doesn't matter too much what my opponent will do, because I'm going to have Guzma in my hand available for 2 price card knockout against that Necrozma. And obviously, last turn I don't need to worry too much about getting victory here. So the problem versus Malamar obviously is the fact that Malamar can easily recharge a couple other attackers that are not GX attackers. But in this case, I don't have energy, and that's my biggest concern. So I'm going to pretend that I'm going to top deck energy, so that's the reason why I'm going to put Skiploom in the active spot. So I didn't get energy, but I did get a net ball, so it's pretty much the same. We're going to get energy, so I have 1 more energy card, speaking about grass energies, and 1 more double course energy. Alright, perfect. So first choice band, energy attachment, Guzma play for his Necrozma on the bench, and unfortunately I can't get extra draw cards here, but I can use my Lost March, which will be for 230 once again. And right now I'm probably going to get double chorus energy. That's a good chance. Double chorus and Cynthia. So that means that I can end game with my Natu. So the best thing for my opponent here somehow is to get another downwing Necrozma on the bench, so he can potentially use Moon Eclipse. Using the Moon Eclipse can potentially give him a edge, especially if I don't have Guzma. But since I have both Guzma and double course energy in my hand, even if he can put that Necrozma in play, it wouldn't matter too much anyways. So Spear Dive, in theory, can snipe on the bench for 50, but that's pretty much it. So we should probably see that snipe. Lillie for 3. So he used pretty much all of his resources, and then he decided to retreat on the Oranguru. So that's 80. It's more than enough for the knockout. And I'm going to put my Natu to the active spot, just because I have my double course energy available. And yeah, that's going to be a GG. Well played for my opponent. Natu hitting for more than enough, 200 exactly. And the last prize card was the Ultra Ball, but that's it. That's the GG. And right now you can see the full potential and power of Lost March, even without Tapu Lele in this deck. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and sub to the channel for more videos. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this deck list. Still, have a nice day and goodbye.